In this video, I'm going to explain cutting tools. Cutting tools are instruments or machines used to remove material from a workpiece by means of shear deformation. These tools are used in a wide range of industries, including manufacturing, construction, and woodworking. Some of the common types of cutting tools include single point cutting tools and multi-point cutting tools. Single point cutting tools. Single point cutting tools are used in machining operations to remove material from a workpiece by cutting it using a single cutting edge. The single point cutting tools are usually made of high speed steel. It's denoted as HSS. HSS is an alloy of steel that contains high amounts of carbon, tungsten, and other elements. It is a popular material for single point cutting tools due to its high hardness, toughness, and wear resistance. Next material is carbide. Carbide is a composite material made of tungsten carbide particles mixed with a binder material such as a cobalt. It is extremely hard and wear resistant, making it an ideal material for cutting tools that need to withstand high speeds and temperatures. Ceramics. Ceramic cutting tools are made from materials such as aluminum oxide, silicon carbide, and silicon nitride. They are extremely hard and wear resistant, making them ideal for cutting hard and abrasive materials. Next, diamond. Diamond is the hardest material known and is used to make cutting tools for ultra precision machining application. Diamond cutting tool can produce extremely fine surface finishes and tolerances, but they are expensive and can be brittle. The choice of material for a single point cutting tool will depend on the specific applications, including the type of material being cut, the desired surface finish, and the cutting speed and temperature required. High carbon steel is cemented carbide and cubic boron nitride. These are the common materials used to made single point cutting tools. The main components of a single point cutting tool, you can see that in the image, the main parts, components of the single point cutting tool is the major component is the shank, which is used to hold entire tool in the jaw or in the fix. Next, face. You can see that on the top of this is this area is entire. This area is called as a face. And flank. Now you can see that this is this entire portion is a flank. And nose, you can see that this is the just round of this edge, and this edge is a corner is made round, it's not sharp, so that is called as a nose. And cutting edges, okay, this is the side cutting edge and this is the end cutting edge. Here see that there is two cutting edges are, and material, when this edge is come and contact the material gets removed, and this is acting as a side cutting edge and this is acting as a end cutting edge. So these are the main components of a single point cutting tool. So I will in detail, I will explain in the next video, that is a single nomenclature of single point cutting. what are the different angles and everything I want to discuss in that video. So common types of single point cutting tools. Common types of single point cutting tools. Turning tools. It's used for turning operations on a lathe such as facing, grooving and threading operations you can perform using these turning tools. And boring tools. It's used for enlarging or finishing the inside diameter of a hole. Using the drill bit you can make a hole and that size is not sufficient and use this boring tool to enlarge the that hole. Next, parting tools. It's used for cutting off a workpiece to a specific length. So the entire heavy lengthy jobs, if you want to make it different components, different pieces, then use this parting tool to separate the lengthy bar. Threading tools. It's used for cutting external or internal threads on the workpiece at a given the pitch. Grooving tools. These tools are used for creating the grooves or recesses on the surface of the workpiece. So the main types of the single point cutting tools are these, that is the turning tools, boring tools, parting tools, threading tools, grooving tools, all are the single point cutting tools. The single point cutting tools are designed to be sharpened or replaced when they become dull or worn. So proper tool maintenance is important for ensuring efficient and accurate machining operation. Next, coming to the multi-point cutting tools. Multi-point cutting tools are tools that are used in manufacturing and machining operations to remove material from a workpiece. As the name suggests, multi-point cutting tools have multiple cutting edges which allow them to remove material more efficiently and with greater precision than single point tools. The proper selection, maintenance and use of multi-point cutting tools is essential to ensure that they perform optimally and provide a long service life. So this includes ensuring that the tool is properly sharpened, lubricated and cooled during use, as well as using appropriate cutting speeds and feeds to prevent excessive wear and damage to the tool. Multiple point cutting tools, also known as multi-point cutting tools, have more than one cutting edge and are commonly used in milling machines and drilling machines. Multi-point cutting tools can be made from variety of materials. A lot of materials you can use to prepare these multi-point cutting tools. That is, so most of this we discussed in the single point cutting tool. The same material we use for making the multi-point cutting tools also. High-speed steel, carbide, diamond, and high carbon steel, tungsten carbide. These are the materials you can use to prepare multi-point cutting tools. What are the main types of multiple point cutting tools? One is end mills. These cutting tools used for milling operations. End mills have multiple cutting edges on the end of the tool. Different types of end mills include ball end mills, square end mills, and corner radius end mills. Drill bits. Used for drilling holes in a workpiece, drill bits have multiple cutting edges on the end of the tool. Different types of drill bits include twist drills, spade drills, and hole saws. Broaches. It's used for cutting internal shapes or keyways in a workpiece. Broaches have multiple teeth that progressively increase in size. Counterbores and countersinks. These are used for enlarging the diameter of a hole or creating a chamfer at the opening of a hole. These tools have multiple cutting edges. Reamers, used for enlarging and finishing a previously drilled holes. Reamers have multiple cutting edges that smooth out any rough edges left by the drill bit. So multiple point cutting tools are typically more efficient and can remove more material at a faster rate than single point cutting tools. However, they can also be more complex to set up and maintain. Proper maintenance, including the sharpening or replacing the cutting edges to set up and maintain. Proper maintenance, including sharpening or replacing cutting edges, is important to ensure accuracy and efficiency in machining operations. So there are just a few examples of the many types of cutting tools are available. The specific type of cutting tool used will depend on the application and material being machining. So these are the brief overview of cutting tool. I hope everyone understand this video.